Kenny, and I am over the moon excited today because I get to use candy corn in a recipe. I know some people don't like candy corn, but if you're like me, whenever Halloween comes around, you have to get at least one bag of candy corn to munch on because, I don't know, there's just something about it. I know it's processed, it's who knows what it is, but it's delicious. And once a year, I think I can have some candy corn. So what I'm making today is some candy corn Chex Mix. It's a really cute idea and a little bit better for you than if you're just eating a bunch of candy. It's for your kids if you've got a Halloween party. This way they're getting a little bit of something other than just candy, but they still get a little candy in there, so it's kind of a little bit of a trick. And it's really simple to make. What I'm going to start out by doing is just showing you kind of the base of what I'm using as for my Chex Mix. I'm using 3 cups of Wheat Chex and then 3 cups of Corn Chex. Now, I'm doing half the recipe in the video. Below the video, you'll have the full recipe. Okay, so to get those Chex on my baking sheet, and then I'm using some peanuts. Now, you could do salted or unsalted peanuts. If you do unsalted, you may want to add a little salt to this recipe. And I just mix them up with my hands. I'm also going to add in some pretzels because you got to have pretzels in a Chex Mix. So we're going to get about a cup of pretzels, or 2 cups for the full recipe, and just stir this around. All right. I absolutely love Chex Mix. My grandmother always makes this during Christmas time. She makes the old-fashioned Chex Mix. Oh, so good. Okay, this is the base, and now what I'm going to do is get my little butter mixture ready. And so I've got some butter that I'm going to melt in this little saucepan here. To the butter, I'm going to add some maple syrup. And this is really going to add a nice sweetness and also just a nice flavor other than just sugar to the Chex Mix. So I'm going to get some of my maple syrup in here. And you want to make sure you're using maple syrup because if you're using table syrup, you won't get the same effect. I always like to buy this pure maple syrup because, you know, it's actually got a flavor to it, and I really like that. Okay, and now some pumpkin pie spice because it's just got all the good stuff already in here. I like to make my own just because it's really simple to make. I've got the recipe down below, but if you buy it, you can use that as well. So 1 teaspoon of the pumpkin pie spice. All right, so I'm just gonna melt this over medium-low heat. And it is going to smell delicious. Okay, my butter and maple mixture have just melted, and let me tell you, it already smells amazing in here. What I'm gonna do is just pour this mixture right over my Chex Mix and pretzels and peanut mixture. Let's get it all in there. Don't want to miss any. And you could also melt the butter and all that good stuff in the microwave, no problem there. Pull this over here and just begin to stir it all around because you want to get everything coated in that really yummy flavor. Oh, lost one. All right, everything's coated. I'm going to put it in the oven. It's at 250 degrees for about 45 minutes, but I'm going to make sure and stir it every 15 minutes or so it doesn't burn. Once it cools, we'll add in our candy corn. Okay guys, my Chex Mix has come out of the oven and it smells delicious, of course. What I'm going to do is just put it in this bowl, transfer it over here. You do want to let it cool a little bit before you transfer it. All right, awesome. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to add some dried cranberries to this. You don't have to do this, but I just think that they add a nice color, they add a nice little fall flavor, and I like the chew that they bring to the Chex Mix. The next thing I'm going to add is my candy corn. This is the most special ingredient in the Chex Mix. This is what makes it so fun. I'm going to add some of these in here. All right, my delicious candy corn. And look how festive that looks. Isn't that adorable? Just love this. And look, when we did this, we didn't add a stick of butter. I mean, I did half the recipe here and I added 1.5 tablespoons of butter. So really, this is pretty good for you. It's actually pretty low in fat compared to most Chex Mixes out there. And like I said, you're getting a little bit of good with the little bit of, you know, bad, I guess, with the candy corn. And I think it's just an adorable little snack dish, perfect for a Halloween party or maybe at Thanksgiving when you just want everybody to have something to snack on. Here's your answer to that. Okay guys, that is all for this recipe. Be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you like this recipe and you want to get more recipe videos. And be sure to check out my website, aprilmckinney.com. There are tons of videos and great recipes. Thanks guys.